Jack Crilly from Howell, Michigan, and this is my 1974 F model Mack Western. It's a Michigan special. It pulled Michigan trains from when it was new. I'm the second owner. It was owned by Dale Binkley. He bought it, and he ran under his brother's authority. It's a V8 Mack, 375 with a 12-speed with Mack rear ends and Mack camelback suspension. Dale pulled Michigan train with it from 74 to 92, and then from 92 to 2014, he pulled a quad axle Michigan rock box lead. She's got a little bit over 3.5 million on her, and about 4 or 5 cabs on her, about 3 or 4 blocks in her. I ain't even going to try counting any of the gallons of oil or fuel that's gotten through it. But
what's the transmission?
12-speed Mack.
And have you worked it at all?
I have not worked it. She's retired and admired. And I kept Dale's wife's name, Patricia Ann, on it, but he always called it Shake and Bake because it's a black truck and spring ride.
Shake and Bake?
Everyone would ask him towards the end of his career when he'd ever retire, and he just goes, well, as soon as old Pat is quieter than Shake and Bake, I'll retire. So I always dubbed the truck Shake and Bake, and she's a fun truck. Dale passed away. Dale was a good friend of my grandfather's, and everyone in my family knew the truck when it was new, and I'm real close with one of Dale's daughters. She's been very kind to me through the whole deal, and I just really like the truck. It's a good truck. Doesn't ride very good, but it cleans good.
Do you have a trailer to pull with it?
I've taken it to a couple shows, and I brought a set of through-off trailers one time. Just in Michigan, local shows. It has some electrical gremlins, but...
Are you a trucker?
Yeah, I'm a truck driver. I'm 4th-generation truck driver. And ran my own truck until COVID, and then I became a hired driver, and now I pull a set of super trains for Kalo and Sons.
What was the first truck you ever drove?
First truck I ever drove was a 1994 Mack CL 713, and that one was one that my grandpa drove, his last truck. He passed away, and I got my CDL.
Did you get to ride with him?
I put 1,000,000 miles what felt like next to him. But the first truck I ever rode in was an old Superliner triaxle.
So you like Macks?
I'm a Mack guy through and through. I really am. I just love them.
Those are some intense fenders.
Yeah, those, I got pictures of when it was new, and it had the same kind of style, but they were steel. He added the diamond plate. The only thing that I did was I lettered it myself. And
you did that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I went over a lot of Martinko's, but as far as the lettering did, Martinko did all the striping, but I went over it, and then I hand lettered it with my Uncle Vern, who got me into it, who knew Dale and knew this truck when it was new. It kind of was a Detroit area legend, I guess, being able to have the same truck for 40 years. And she's a fun old girl. She boogies down the road pretty good. First time I took her out, I was pulling a set of through-off trailers going to the Circum Yard, and got on the pump a little bit, showered down, got on at 14 and Godfredson Road. I laid into the pump a little bit and didn't see the trailers till I hit 94. She teaches pretty good. Showering down is what Dale used to say.
Well, can we have a look inside?
Oh, of course. And most of it is all original. I even have the original bedding that Dale had. But
ooh, those look plush.
Oh yeah, it's a Western, so I guess it was kind of top of the line.
I have someone who's been begging for a Mack Western tour, so he's going to be very, very happy.
You can hop up in there. You can check out the bunk. I got a little bulldog that rode with Grandpa when I wouldn't. I got another show truck. I got a 62 B model Mack. stake truck that goes to shows quite a lot. Grandpa and I drove it out here last time the ETHS convention was in York.
So it's been here before.
This has not,
Okay.
but my B model
sorry.
has. Yeah. And we trailered his 42 Ford, which the family still has. And so I was 14 years old. I'm 26 now. And my life just revolves around these old Macks. See, my grandpa passed away. He was my best friend. He passed away in 2016. He got me in a truck, and I was named after him. Him and I, we were just best friends. And like I said, growing up, as soon as I could get in a truck in the summertime to go ride with Grandpa hauling asphalt when I was a little kid in that old Superliner, and then go into the CH, the C-Series cabs, and then he got that quad-axle semi. And he passed away at 81 years old and hauled his last load of dirt 14 days before he passed away. And I'd like to follow in his footsteps. I'd like to get back in my own truck. I still got all the Macks, and I really enjoy being on my own, being my own boss. Mm-hmm. Even though yet you still have someone telling you what to do. Mm-hmm. Between the money and the independence, I miss it. I really do.
Well, at least you have some cool people that you get to hang out
with.
Oh,
the Circum family.
Yes.
I love the Circum so much. They're just, and Pete Northrup, who owns this truck parked next to me. Mm-hmm. I trailered this with this behind his truck, and he's a very dear friend of mine. He just bought an F model Michigan Special. But as far as I know, this is the only F model Western Michigan Special that I've ever come across that is in this good a shape.
Well, I want to get a look inside for everybody, but I'm good at a few things, but climbing up a cab over while holding a phone is not one of them. So if I could let you hold that a second, especially, let's see.
Yep, put your one foot
right
there.
First? Yep. I guess it doesn't really matter.
And then
Jeez.
Or you could put your left foot right here on that.
And do the hokey pokey. We made it. Thank you. I didn't want to put you all through that experience. I would have dropped the phone for sure. That's a nice setup.
Thank you. The interior has been untouched. A lot of this truck has been untouched, just some wiring issues. It's a good truck. Doesn't ride good, but she runs good.
And she looks good.
Yeah. I don't mind them riding rough as long as they look good. I tried keeping the inside as original as possible, so behind the passenger seat I got old tickets of gravel pits and companies that this truck had brokered to throughout the years down out of Detroit. So I'm gathering some more of the original stuff to kind of make it a little tribute to old Dale. Because this, as far as I'm concerned, this will always be Dale's truck, especially in the Detroit area. Now, the Speedo don't work, the tack does, but there's normal wear and tear.
That's a fancy lighter.
Yeah, it don't even work. I think it's stuck in there. I got all the original books from it.
Oh my goodness.
Engines and emissions control and some of the stuff, new engine in 76. Just some of the records. A lot of these pages are stuck together from time, but it's just neat to have.
Is that the original owner's handwriting there too, probably?
Oh yeah. I got books in there. I got his last ticket that he got with this truck.
Speeding?
No, breakout of adjustment. Oh. But I mean, I got the early spec sheets and...
Did he spec it out or did he buy it off the lot?
He spec'd it out. This was ordered.
What color was it originally?
It was like a primer brownish orange. And I got pictures of it on my phone when it was new. And I mean, all these papers for Mack when it was new. And if something happens to me, I'd like for the truck to get donated to the Mack Historical Society. My mom wants to sell it, but